Guys, welcome back to NW Sportscast. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment on the video. Really helps our channel out a lot for the algorithm because we are working really hard on this channel and want to grow as much as possible. But the bigger, more important thing is that the Cleveland Browns are going to win their first playoff game since a long time. 48-29 with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It is over. A 3-score game. They're not coming back from this. And the Steelers, who were once undefeated at 11-0, dropped 4 of their last 5, are now going to lose another game to the Browns and lose 5 of 6 games to end the season after being 11-0. The Browns are going to move on, and they are going to play they're going to play the Chiefs, so that'll be an interesting game. Browns are looking really good. And the biggest storyline in this game is obviously you have the very first play of the game where fumble, the recovery, so then a touchdown, 7-0, and that kind of started the whole thing, right? Turnover number 1. Then you have Ben Roethlisberger, who throws a pick, turnover number 2. He threw 4 picks this game, which is absolutely insane. No way you're going to win a game when you have 5 turnovers in the game, and that's just insane. Baker Mayfield obviously played really well, did what he needed to do, but this is more about the Browns defense, and although they still did give up 29 points as of right now, the bigger story is that they turned the ball over 5 times, and if you do that, you're going to win. Baker Mayfield, 21 for 34, 263 with 3 touchdowns, which is a really good stat line. Bigger stat line is he has 0 interceptions, and if you're a Browns fan, you have to be happy about that. Can't be mad about that at all. Kareem Hunt, 2 touchdowns, great day for him. Nick Chubb, 18 carries for 76 yards. They ended up having 100+ yards rushing, which is really nice. Jarvis Landry, 92 yards receiving with a touchdown. Chubb had a touchdown. Hooper had a touchdown. And yeah, Stewart had an interception, and then you have Redwine who had an interception, you have Gustin who had an interception, and you have Taki, who ended the game with his interception just a few minutes ago. If you look at the Steelers side of the ball, you have Ben Roethlisberger, who threw the ball a grand total of 63 times, and they were down, but 63 times throwing the ball compared to them rushing the ball 15 times as of right now. He threw for 461 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, which is a crazy stat line. Let's say you do a 45 for 63, 461 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. That's a great game, but he had 4 picks. This makes it a really blad game for Big Ben, and if you're a Steelers fan, you got to look at it from that point of view. I'm not going to blame I want to blame the scheme and the coaching staff as much as I blame Big Ben here in this situation, just because although schemes does help you find open receivers, it doesn't prevent you from throwing interceptions. That's 100% the quarterback's fault. James Conner had 37 yards on the ground. Ben Snell had 13. Watt had 2 carries for 2 yards. They had a grand total of 42 yards rushing, which is just, you're not going to win a football game when you have 42 yards rushing. This is not going to happen. Smith-Schuster had a pretty good game, maybe the best game of his season, 12 receptions, 124 yards, and a touchdown. But, when it comes down to it, this is all about the Steelers throwing 4 picks and that opening drive defensive touchdown by the Browns. Baker Mayfield did what he had to do. Kareem Hunt played really well. Nick Chubb played really well. They said Stefanski did actually game plan this whole game, as he should. He is the head coach, but I think this just shows you that you can still win football games even without a head coach. You can win football games without practicing for a week and a half. You can win football games a lot of different ways, and it's not always the traditional practice 6 days a week, watch film every single second, have your head coach call the plays. They won differently. They won by their head coach being virtually. They had a fill-in head coach. They didn't have their offensive line. There was a guy that they just picked up from the waivers in week 16 that was playing tonight because everyone else was hurt, and they still found a way. And it just goes to show that you also don't need to practice 6 days a week to find a way to win. And I think that is hugely, hugely important because it used to be that if you don't practice or whatever, you're not going to be as prepared. That's the mentality, right? Practice equals preparedness. I mean, preparedness equals being prepared to win a game, right? But I think it's happened 2 or 3 times where the team that just didn't practice. It happened to the Ravens once. It happened, obviously, to the Browns tonight. They came out, they looked better, they looked more fresh, they looked more willing to go out and have energy and play a high-level football, and the Browns just had so much energy in this game. You could see it. They were sliding, they were taking pictures in front of that camera thing. I don't even know what you call it, the end zone cam. Baker looked hyped. They obviously scored 48 points. It's just 28 points in the first quarter by Cleveland, and that says it all. 28 points in the first quarter. And then Pittsburgh did have a bounce back third quarter with 13 points, and the momentum did shift, and then Big Ben threw another pick, and it shifted back. The Browns bounced back, got a touchdown, and that was pretty much the game. They had one chance, down 16, still 2 scores, granted, but then obviously Big Ben throws a pick, and it's over. It'll be sad if Big Ben, I don't know how many years he has left with the Steelers, but I'm sure he's not going to get many more playoff games and opportunities, and you have to put this loss on Big Ben. The defense by the Steelers wasn't great, but what do you expect them to do when the other team when your quarterback throws 4 picks? I don't know. I don't expect them to do much better than they did. That's that. Okay, it looks like the Steelers did just score a touchdown, so it is 48-35, but that should be the final scoreline, and a 13-point advantage for the Browns, a 13-point lead, the Browns, and I think that is going to be the final, barring an onside kick or something like that. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Really helps our channel for the YouTube algorithm, and comment if you think the Browns have a chance at beating the Chiefs. Obviously, the Browns are looking really hot right now, and the Chiefs, are kind of just hanging around, right? Aren't playing their best football lately. Their offense hasn't looked as potent as it did the first 10 games of the year. So I could definitely see an upset. I mean, the Browns did it once tonight. I don't see any reason why they couldn't do it again. I'm not going to bet for that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.